Well, God bless and welcome to Ask Pastor Mike, a ministry of Pastor on Call, where viewers and subscribers like you send in questions. One of the questions that I recently received was, should I celebrate the holidays if it's against my religion? Well, first of all, let me tell you this. If you belong to a religion in which they do not sanction celebrating Christmas and Easter or holidays or things like that, then in that particular case, you would be violating the rules of being a member of that church. In fact, every ministry generally has their own bylaws in which they set forth rules. And so if you belong to a denomination or a religion, again, which they do not endorse you celebrating religion, then I would suggest if you want to, then you really technically need to leave. But in terms of biblically, how does God look at the holidays? How does God view whether we do or do not celebrate the holidays? In fact, we just celebrated Christmas 2016 about a week ago, and there's lots of people that will tell you that celebrating Christmas is a sin, and there's some religions that believe that you should celebrate Christmas. And there's some Christians that are neither of any religion, and they just don't like celebrating Christmas. So what is God's view on this? First of all, let me tell you this, that the Christmas holiday and the Easter holiday and even the Halloween holiday are all origins of pagan religions. And I'm not going to get into all the details of that, and even if you don't believe me just right now in hearing me, you can research it for yourself and learn what the origins of Christmas is, December 25th, or Halloween, or even Easter. In fact, the word Easter is a derivative of the word Ishtar, which was the pagan god of fertility. So, on and on and on. And these are religions that we practice here, for the most part at least, in the United States, that we've been raised to practice, and we use these words, but certainly Christ wasn't born on Christmas Day, and there was no such word as Easter on the day that he rose from the grave. So what do we do? Well, let me read to you from the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, and verse number 13. It says, "Bring no more futile sacrifices. Bring no more incense. It's an abomination to me. The new moons, the Sabbaths, and the calling of assemblies. I cannot endure iniquity in the sacred meetings. Your new moons and your appointed feast my soul hates. They are trouble to me. I am weary of bearing them. When you spread out your hands, I will hide my face. I will hide my eyes from you. Even though you make many prayers, I will not hear you. Your hands are full of blood." I'm sure you've heard the expression that many Christians use. They define some Christians as creasters. I'm sure you've heard that expression. And what they're referring to are Christians that go to church twice a year, Easter and Christmas, or Christmas and Easter. They call them creasters. You see, when you celebrate Christmas and Easter for just the sake of an obligation, to get an obligation out of the way twice a year, certainly this is what he is referring to. He is not offended that you celebrate Christmas Day, in spite of what some people say. He's not offended that you celebrate Easter or the Resurrection Day, for which we call it here in our church, we call it the Resurrection Sunday. He's not offended that. What he is offended by is that you keep the outside of your cup clean only, but the inside is filthy. You come to church twice a year on Christmas and Easter thinking somehow that you've satisfied the obligations of being in right relationship with him. It's foolishness to him. So whether or not you want to celebrate Christmas or Easter or any of the other holidays that are celebrated around the world, just remember this: there is nothing sinful about celebrating a holiday. as long as Jesus Christ is the reason for the season. But if it's an offense to your brother to celebrate one feast or another feast, if it's an offense for your brother for you to drink and eat certain foods, then by all means don't. But if it will nurture love for you to attend a Christmas party or go to an Easter celebration, by all means go. Because Christ Jesus is not keeping score. He's looking at your heart. He's looking at the condition of your heart. He wants to make sure that your heart is in 365 days a year celebration of his death and his resurrection. So don't be in bondage to celebrating a holiday. All I can tell you is this: Jesus Christ is my Christmas. He is my resurrection. He is my life. He is my being. And no longer does erecting a Christmas tree or lighting lights or a candle any longer offend me. What offends me is this: that you celebrate Christmas and you celebrate Easter, but you know not for whom it is who died and rose for you. I hope this teaching has blessed you. May God bless you. Make sure you put your comments below. God bless. Thanks for watching. Amen.